Hello everyone, welcome to Mike's Tinkering. Look, you haven't seen me for a while because I dropped out a bit, what with COVID and everything, and all sorts of other things got in the way. I've gone back to university, a lot more about that later. And so what have I been doing? Well, nothing much. I have been working a little bit on the sidecar, and I've also been working on my MGB GT 1972 Mark II model. Now you'll see behind me a cylinder head. So what I've been doing here is a little bit of porting. I'm going to see if I can improve the gas flowing of this engine, improve, in a sense, the volumetric efficiency. Now, I'd acquired an engine. I think the engine must have come from the USA because this cylinder head is not like a UK cylinder head. It's got little ports which would let in air into the exhaust throats. I think that's all part of the emissions control to, as it were, I suppose it cleans up the emissions. Anyway, a little bit more about that later. Another little project I've been doing is I acquired some Miata, I think you say, or MX5 seats, and these I'm going to replace, or I'm going to put in place of the MGB seats, which aren't very supportive. Now there's umpteen articles on YouTube about people who've made this conversion. All those articles are excellent articles. If you follow them to the letter, I don't think you'll have much problem putting these seats in. But I did come across some idiosyncrasies, and I think they're probably the same thing as you find with all. But I'll just show you the things that sort of stumped me a little bit. So just walking down the garden here. Excuse the mess. I do have an awful lot of junk about, projects that I'm going to do for the future. Never throw anything away. You never know when you might need it. A lot of other, the workshop really does need a good sort out. But look, there's the old MG here, right here. And just right here, I'll just angle myself well. You'll see one of these MX5 seats. So this is really quite a good condition seat. And a nice price I got for it. You'll find that all those seats have a little undercarriage which is steel, and that steel is rust. They don't coat them from the factory, so you'll find a light coat of rust on all of them. I've just sort of dealt with that, kill the rust and put a little bit of paint over it. You'll see here it looks nice and sort of black and shiny. Anyway, that's a little job to do. So of course what you have to do to place them is make some new runners, as it were. The runners on the seat, very good runners actually, these things here, and you'll find on YouTube that you have to bend these little ends straight. They were curved for a certain part of the Miata or the MX5. You have to bend those are easily bent, no problems there. But the holes don't line up with the MG holes, obviously. So what you have to do is to make a couple of steel plates, mount those with the original screws of the MGB, and then mount this. All seems rather simple, and actually if you do an awful lot of measuring, I don't think you can go wrong. But what I found with my driver's side is that because I'm a bit short, I've made sure that the seat is going to be as close up to the wheel as I can have it, so that all right, I might get a little extra inch or so forward even then. A very tall driver would probably find that rather cramped even if he rakes the seat right back. But in putting this in, what you try and do is you pop your new runners in, or your new steel plates in, you bolt those down, pop the Miata seats on top, and then try and scribe through the little fixing hole of the Miata seats onto the steel. Well, that's all very well if you can get them to slide, but they sort of move about a little bit. The whole seat moves about, so you can't really be sure. So what I decided to do as a little modification, I suspect this has probably been written up before, but I'm going to actually bolt these and actually bolt the back part. So I've got the holes for the Miata seats already done. If I bolt that on, then what I can do is just slide the whole seat back, because this time it'll stay solid, and mark out the holes at the front. So there we are. There's a little tip which I suspect anybody who's done the conversion who said, oh, I already knew about that. But I just thought I'd write it up. I'll probably post another video sometime to show you how it all turned out. Okay, that's me signing off for now. Ta-ta.